Can you give me a leftover burger? I am very hungry. I haven't eaten a full meal in the last 2 days.
A female worker coming to the back door to throw away leftover food stopped in her tracks. She saw this little boy standing in the dark. Her maternal heart immediately cried out. Ignoring the rules, she went back inside. She didn't just pack a leftover cold burger, but carefully placed a hot, fresh, large burger and some French fries into a packet and handed it to the boy. The boy stared at the packet in sheer amazement. He couldn't believe that someone in this cruel world could give him food with such care. Taking the packet with trembling hands, he started to devour the food eagerly. Watching him eat, the woman smiled softly and said with immense affection,
"Listen, child. Whenever you feel like it, whenever you are hungry, come to me. I will give you food. You will never have to stay hungry again."
The boy stopped eating and looked at the woman with tear-filled eyes. His little chest was then filled with a massive mountain of gratitude. The food wouldn't go down his throat due to emotion. In a voice choked with emotion, yet very firm, he said,
"One day I will be very big, I will be very rich, and I will never forget this kindness of yours in my life, I promise."
The woman smiled and stroked the boy's rough hair. She probably didn't have the slightest idea then how much that one simple burger and a few sweet words would be worth in the future. She didn't know that inside this sickly, hungry boy tonight hid a sleeping volcano that would one day shake the whole world with his talent. The boy was born on a small, isolated island floating in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. He grew up in an extremely poor family. A tiny house with a tin roof where water leaked on rainy days and bone-chilling winds seeped in during the winter, freezing the body. His father was a gardener who did back-breaking work in other people's gardens all day. But to escape the extreme despair of life and the lash of poverty, he gradually became addicted to drugs and alcohol. His mother was the real warrior of the family. To put a handful of food in her children's mouths, she worked as a cook and cleaner in other people's houses. She worked tirelessly day and night. Scarcity was a daily companion in the family. Many days went by when there wasn't even a piece of bread in the house. From childhood, this boy had only one companion, an old, torn football. While his wealthy peers played with expensive toys and video games, he stayed engrossed with his football in the street dust, wearing torn shoes. He had no institutional coaching, not expensive spiked boots, not even the minimum nutritious food to fill his stomach. But he had an indomitable dream. He dreamed that one day he would break these chains of poverty and free his family. He would wipe away his mother's tears forever. At just 12 years of age, he had to leave his family and his small island for an unfamiliar massive city just for football. He had gotten an opportunity at a renowned football academy, but staying alone in a hostel, the nights spent without his mother's affection were like terrifying nightmares for him. The boys from the city's rich families constantly mocked him. His clothes were ordinary, and his regional dialect was different. His teammates called him the uncouth island boy and laughed at his pronunciation. Every night he would hide his face in his bed and sob. Many times he called his mother and said, "Mom, I can't take it anymore. Take me back home." But his mother would make him understand, "Son, to become great in life, you have to endure these hardships." Those words from his mother embedded themselves in his chest like a rock. He decided to turn all his insults, pain, and tears into his strength. He resolved that he would answer all the insults, not with words, but with his feet. Life repeatedly slammed him to the ground. When he was only 15 years old, a terrible darkness descended upon his life. One day, while running on the academy field, he suddenly felt a severe pain in his chest. The doctors examined him and delivered terrifying news. They informed him that he had a complex heart problem. His heartbeat was much faster than normal, racing heart. The doctor's straightforward verdict was, "You have to quit playing football forever. Otherwise, you could die from a heart attack at any moment while running on the field." For the boy to whom football was his only means of survival, this news was more terrifying than death. His dream, the hope of changing his family's fate, everything seemed about to end in a flash. But he was not one to give up. Taking an extreme risk, his mother gave permission for her son's heart surgery. Everyone thought that after the surgery, this boy might never be able to run like before again. He would have to bid farewell to football forever. But medical science, too, seems to sometimes admit defeat to indomitable willpower. Just a few days after the laser surgery, surprising everyone, he returned to the field again. His running speed seemed to have increased even more than before. He proved that he was born to conquer adversity. It wasn't just physical obstacles that came into his life. Destiny never stopped testing him. Once, just hours before a very important high-voltage match, he was the victim of a terrible accident. On a slippery, rain-soaked road, his sports car lost control and crashed straight into a barricade. The car was mangled. Broken glass injured his body, and he suffered a severe muscle strain. Panic all around. Rescue workers rushed in and wanted to take him to the hospital on an emergency basis. He was bleeding, his face turning blue with pain. But with the bloodied body and immense pain, he refused to get into the ambulance. He shouted at the rescue workers, "I don't have time to get treated right now. My team is waiting for me on the field. I must play. Take me to the field." Ignoring the severe muscle pain and the wounds on his body, he took the field that day. Thousands of spectators sitting in the gallery watched his magical performance in stunned silence. That day, he didn't just play, he brought a historic victory to his team with his magical skills. This incident made the whole world understand that he was no ordinary human being. He was an Iron Man, to whom words like excuses or defeat did not exist. Shedding blood, sweat, and engaging in years of hard work, he built himself up bit by bit. His journey started from Sporting CP in Portugal. Then, under the guidance of Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, he became a global terror. Then Real Madrid, Juventus, and today he is a living fairy tale in football history. Yes, by now you must have understood the name of this incredible hero of the fairy tale. That sickly, hungry, dust-covered little boy is none other than one of the greatest legends of the football world of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo. His achievements in football beat even fairy tales. He has won the Ballon d'Or 5 times, which is the recognition for the best player in the world. The Champions League, which is called the biggest stage in club football, he has won 5 times. He is the highest goal scorer in the history of the Champions League. And not just for clubs, he has made history for his country too. In 2016, under his leadership, Portugal won their first major historic title, the UEFA Euro. No one can forget the story of that final match. Just 25 minutes into the match, he suffered a severe injury and left the field crying on a stretcher. But he didn't sit in the dressing room. With a bandaged leg, he came to the dugout and stood beside the coach. From an ordinary player, he became the commander of the team. Jumping from the sidelines, shouting, giving instructions to his teammates, he made Portugal the champions that day. His tears that day turned into a smile of victory. He is the owner of the most official goals in football history. By scoring over 850 goals, he has proved that age is just a number. The agility with which he scores goals even at the age of 36, 37, or 38 beats even 20-year-old youths. Why is he called the greatest of all time, or the GOAT? Because in the football world, many are born with innate talent. But Ronaldo is the person who proved that if talent doesn't work hard, hard work beats talent. There is no second example in football history of his level of discipline, dedication to fitness, and hunger to win. He has proven himself anew every single day. He is not just a player, he is the name of an indomitable mentality. Not just with his magical football on the field, but as a person off the field, Ronaldo has won the hearts of millions of people. Despite being a billionaire athlete, his feet are always firmly on the ground. Nowadays, tattoos are seen all over the bodies of footballers, but Ronaldo doesn't have a single tattoo on his body. Do you know why? Because he regularly donates blood and bone marrow. If you get a tattoo, you cannot donate blood for a certain period, and he doesn't want the treatment of any dying patient to be stalled because of him. He has donated millions of dollars of his earnings to build cancer hospitals and to fund the education and medical treatment of children in war-torn areas. Once, he was asked for a boot and a jersey to be auctioned for the brain surgery of a 10-month-old child. Ronaldo didn't just give the boot and jersey, he paid the entire $83,000 bill for that child's treatment himself. When a little fan evades the security guards and enters the field during a match, Ronaldo never gets annoyed. He waves off the guards, embraces that little fan, and takes pictures with them. Because he hasn't forgotten that one day he too was such a little dreaming boy. This massive heart, unarrogant demeanor, and love for people have turned him into an idol to the whole world. Money, fame, prestige, glamour, everything is at Ronaldo's feet today. But even after becoming the owner of billions of dollars, he never forgot his past. The memory of that night, that hungry moment, and the selfless kindness of that unknown woman was always etched in his mind. 25 long years have passed. Ronaldo is now a global icon. One day, appearing in a popular international TV interview, he publicly recalled that past memory. He said in an emotional voice, "I am looking for those women who helped me with a burger at night during those difficult days. I want to invite them to my home for dinner and repay at least some of that debt. They didn't just give me food that day, they gave me the hope to survive and fight." After this interview was broadcast, it created a stir all over the world. The search began. After much searching and the power of social media, finally that woman was found, whose name was Edna. When Ronaldo learned where the woman was, he didn't delay for a single moment. One morning, Edna was doing her work just like a normal day. Life hadn't been very easy for her. She was passing her days struggling. Suddenly, a luxurious black convoy stopped in front of her house. A tall, well-built, handsome man stepped out of the car. He walked straight up to the elderly woman. The woman stared in amazement. Ronaldo hugged her with the deepest respect and said, "Do you recognize me? I'm that little sickly boy whom you gave a burger to eat from the back of your restaurant 25 years ago. Didn't I say that one day I would be very big and I would never forget your kindness? Today, I have come to keep my word." Tears streamed down Edna's eyes. She couldn't even believe that this world-famous superstar still remembered her today. Ronaldo took her to a place with great honor. The place was a very luxurious, expensive, and modern restaurant located in the heart of the city. Ronaldo handed the keys of the restaurant to Edna and said, "With that one burger that day, you saved my life. You gave me the strength to fight. Today, I am gifting this entire restaurant to you. From today, it is completely yours. You will never have to work under anyone else again. Compared to the love you gave me, this gift is nothing." The woman broke down in tears. The boy to whom she had once shown pity and given a little food had magically changed her entire life today. How powerful a selfless act of kindness, a small act of love can be, was proven that day. The story of Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a story of football. It is a perfect, real-life lesson, especially for those who love to dream, who dream of reaching the peak from absolute zero. It is a shining example for them. Helplessness is not the last word of life. Where you started from, how poor your family is, what things you don't have, these do not determine your future. There was poverty in Ronaldo's life, but his dreams touched the sky. Ronaldo is the biggest proof that one can reach infinite heights even starting from zero. There is no substitute for hard work. Complex heart problems, tragic accidents, repeated failures, nothing could stop him, because inside him was an indomitable fire. Talent might bring you an opportunity, but your inhuman hard work and perseverance will keep you sustained. Kindness and gratitude. No matter how successful you become in life, never forget your past. Always respect those who stood by your side during your bad times, those who helped you even a little. Despite being one of the richest athletes in the world, Ronaldo did not forget that small help from his past days, which has made him a great human being. Today, whenever we face any failure, when it feels like the world around us has turned against us, we should remember Ronaldo's childhood. We should remember that freezing winter night when he dreamed of conquering the world on an empty stomach. Success doesn't come in one day. It comes as the result of staying awake night after night, as the courage to stand up again with new vigor after every failure. Life will hit you, throw you down, make you bleed. But if you can say with a bloodied body like Ronaldo, "No, I must step on the field, I must win," then no power on earth can stop you from being successful. And this is how an ordinary human becomes the greatest of all time, becomes the GOAT.